Go.
Hi, everyone. I did it before Derek could. I hope you're all having a really good start to the weekend and that, I don't know, I guess you're prepared for what's coming next week. It's first day of school for a lot of people.
Wow.
So there's a lot of educators on our page, there's a lot of parents on our page, and there's a lot of people who are just sort of shifting into maybe a new work situation. And so we're all looking for ways to get our bodies prepped for this kind of what feels like a shock going from the summer to the fall. And so we're here live tonight to talk to you about 5 different oils that you can use that are not kind of your standard oils that we usually talk about. And we did this because as the seasons change, it's really important that you're giving your body a little bit of variety, a little bit of difference, right? So it's good to like stick with your old standbys, like don't just ditch them, but try to add in some different things to your body because your body requires different things during the different seasons. So as we have less sunshine, right, our bodies are kind of in overdrive about trying to get things going for just our whole vitamin D levels or vitamin C levels. We're looking at fluctuations in hormones and fat metabolism and all this stuff that's going on, right? Like as our bodies change with the season, we find that we feel different, like our emotions feel different. Maybe we're holding on to weight differently.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember, like, our bodies are like plants.
Yeah.
During the summer, like, we're thriving and we're growing and we're vibrant and we have all the sunshine. And then as fall comes and winter's around the corner, don't want to say that too loud.
Yeah. You don't want to sound like the Starks, right?
Yeah,
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. But our bodies start to shift and we start to eat different foods, but our body also starts to go into a storage and this sort of getting ready for winter.
Totally.
So.
And you feel that right now, right? With the cooler weather that's sometimes happening. It's kind of up and down right now, but when it's cooler times outside, we're getting those cozy blankets out and sweaters, and we're like addicted to pumpkin spice and all things pumpkin and cinnamon and all of that, right? So we're naturally drawn to those things because those are the natural harvests that usually get produced around this time. And so our bodies want those things, they crave them. And as you're getting cozier, your body's looking for those warmer oils as well. So when you're adding oils into your daily health routine, we have 5 different ones that you may want to consider. So what we're going to do is talk about the 5 that we chose, that if you stuck with just these 5 for this month, we think you're going to be in a really good place. And we're just going to go over like the different ways that we'd use them. So it's going to be a quick and easy class, but also to talk about, I guess, what's happening in September.
Something's happening in September.
The promo.
It is September.
Yeah, you guys got a gigantic email from me if you're a customer of ours, and there's tons of recipes on there. And of course, you got a heads up about the promo. So in September, you can purchase Serenity at 10% off as a wholesale customer. And if you purchase 125 PV on your loyalty rewards program, that's what we do every single month because we do the vitamins, we do the cleaners, we do everything, right? And you're gonna get a free white grapefruit, which is, in my opinion, and this is hard for me to say, probably my favorite because it has all the deliciousness of grapefruit that we all can purchase whenever we want. But with white grapefruit, the constituents are slightly different, the aromatic compounds are slightly different, and so it actually has this sweet edge to it. So if you're craving like kind of sugary sweet, as opposed to kind of that almost sourness of grapefruit or bitterness of grapefruit, you're gonna be in for a real treat because it's really delicious in your water. In the diffuser, I posted lots of blends for that. And also, is this where we're starting?
No.
Okay.
We're going alphabetical order.
Okay, but
tonight.
I'm gonna forget it. So with white grapefruit too, if you need a little jolt
Just talk about it.
that energetic feeling, like a burst of energy, you're gonna take that white grapefruit and you're gonna put a drop under your tongue, or if that's too much for you, put it on your thumb and then the roof of your mouth. And it's gonna give you a little zing and get you going.
All right.
So Derek's gonna start us off then, because I'm not sure where we're starting.
Alphabetical.
Alphabetical.
We're going with Arbor Vitae.
Arbor Vitae, yes, please.
So Arbor Vitae is really cool. Comes from the west coast of Canada.
Yeah.
Very specific.
And it's the only place.
Redwood cedar trees out there. Very specific species. And this oil is super powerful at preventing those trees from getting all kinds of things. So those trees use those oils to get ready for the winter. And that's why this one's a really good choice for you to get ready into fall, getting to that place of winter's coming.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
and it's one of my favorites. And I was so lucky. Derek and I earned a trip through doTERRA to go to Vancouver, and I got to go on the sourcing bit of it. And so I got to learn and talk directly with the with the people who source the oil from the trees themselves. And so it's really interesting that they talked about how, because someone asked the question, well, what do you find are the benefits of arbor vitae? Why do you use them? Why do you even create this oil, right? And so we're all expecting like there's some kind of certain health condition this person has or a need or whatever. But no, he actually like was laughing, and he's like, I don't really have a whole lot of health issues going down. And he's like, I don't get any kind of like respiratory issues going down. I always have nice clear throat. I always, he's like, I can't even tell you when I got sick last. But when they're actually sourcing this oil, like they're breathing it in all the time. So it's really cool oil. They talked a lot about the specific chemistry of it and how it's one of the only oils on this planet so far that they found that actually has its 7-chain molecule, which is really interesting. If you're a chemistry buff or you're into that kind of thing, it's such a unique oil compared to all the other oils that are out there.
Yeah, the only one that doTERRA has that other than that has it is hinoki oil, which they only allow out on 5 mil size on special release.
Special deals, because they don't have it available yet to purchase. So
yeah.
So this is a really great one in the diffuser. We like to get this going at least every other day in our house, if not every day, because we love the aroma of it. So think about when you go outside in the woods and you just feel so rejuvenated. That's the feel that you get with arbor vitae. Just one drop, like start low because it's very powerful. And with bergamot, with lime, with orange, any of those in the diffuser, it's just beautiful. And it's gonna really be supportive for your immune system, your respiratory system. And there's a whole slew of things, right?
It's also really good as a stimulant, so that's another good one to kind of get you up as the days get a little shorter and the sun starts to fade away a little quicker at the end of the day. This one will help give you a little extra energy, along with all those really positive anti-effects. It has lots of anti-effects.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one that I made in the blend that we made for Sanctuary. So if you want to get that forest bath feel, arbor vitae is an ingredient in there, and you can have it on your own, in your own house, in the diffuser, which is really just a wonderful aroma to have. And the other bit that we love about arbor vitae is actually using it in our wood spray. So to clean our wood table and our wood furniture, we mix that with just the slightest bit of fractionated coconut oil and some lemon and some bergamot, and it just smells so awesome on our table with some distilled water.
All right.
Next.
Cardamom.
I always say cardamom.
Cardamom.
Cardamom? I don't know.
Cardamom.
It's probably a valley thing.
It is
how we're saying
cardamom.
this. Yeah.
It is cardamom, but
Yes.
cardamom.
This one. Tell us about it, Derek. If you want.
All right, it's all up to me.
If you want me to, I will. Give it a whiff.
Cardamom comes from the cardamom seed. It comes from Central South America. That's where they harvest this from.
Yep.
It's used in a lot of different cooking. A lot of people use cardamom seeds in their cooking, and definitely in Indian and lots of places use cardamom. It has similar effects to arbor vitae. It has those anti-effects that you're looking for, along with calms your muscles. It's an aphrodisiac. That's always good in the fall.
In the diffuser.
Decongestant.
Yep.
It's a expectorant. Has a whole bunch of things that it works on. And I think we picked this one because lots of oils have some of those effects, but this one just has that fall feel.
Yeah.
That warmth, the spiciness you're looking for when you put it in the diffuser or you use it in with some coconut oil. It's very nice.
I find like around this time of year, my sinuses get acting all funny. And sometimes that means like that's post-nasal drip, right? And so I get a lot of like kind of irritation going on. And this one is one that I actually put fractionated coconut oil and I rub it right on my chest. And it gives it that nice kind of warm feeling, but it also, like Derek listed the benefits, it actually helps to open up the airways and it helps to get things flowing through. So if you're having any kind of respiratory issues, it's a great one. Just be sure to dilute with fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil because it is warm, so it could be irritating to your skin. This one is an ingredient in the Breathe, and we call it Easy Air in Canada. Exact same formula, no matter how you're buying it, but it's one that is specifically put in that blend to help with that purpose. So when you're feeling congested, when you're feeling like you need your lungs opened and to get that deeper, fuller breath, Easy Air has the cardamom in it, or you can do cardamom on its own. And it's really delicious in your coffee. So if you're craving those delicious coffee drinks that you get out in stores, but you don't want to always have to fork out the big bucks for it, you can take a drop of cardamom, turmeric, and cassia or cinnamon and put it on top of like a hard little scoop of coconut oil and let it sort of sink in. You're going to put it in your hot coffee. You're going to put some nice nut milk in there and maybe some nut milk or coconut whip, which is really amazing. And give it a nice stir, and you're going to have that delicious effect, and you're going to get like all the benefits to your body with it. So it's always nice to add that every once in a while, and this is definitely my time when I turn back to that coffee routine for myself, because I want to get in those extra antioxidants and I want to get things that are going to help benefit my body, not just get me jacked up on coffee.
The surprising one is it's good for head tension.
Oh,
So that's a little
interesting.
extra little note on this one.
Yeah, and so if you're someone who finds that you need to sort of experiment with different oils to see what's going to work for you in terms of head tension, it's probably because you're running into different types of head tension. Like, it's not just, you don't just get pain in your head and it's always because of one thing. Like, there's a million reasons why you would get head tension. So play around with different oils and see their constituents and see how that affects your body. And sometimes you just need to switch it up too. Like, your body needs something a little bit different.
Yeah.
What do we have next?
Oh, we got Stronger.
We have Stronger. So if you're one of the lucky people who are able to buy it in the undiluted form, you can put it right in your diffuser. And it's one that if you don't have it in the undiluted form, you can still do that. It's a little bit trickier to get the drops out, right? You have to take off that roller ball and get a little dropper and drop it in, and it has a fractionated coconut oil, so you'll want to clean out your diffuser more than normal. But this one we chose because of the oils that are in this blend. So it was specifically formulated to be friendly for kids, right? So if you get the roller, your kids can have it, have fun with it. You don't need to worry because it's diluted for their young skin. But inside of it is a variety of oils like rose and frankincense and Litsi. What else is in there?
Cedarwood.
Cedarwood, which is so good too. And all of those oils really help. I think there's another, is there juniper berry or something in there?
Nope.
My memory might be wrong. Anyways, all of those oils are really great to help to support your immune system. When you're getting rose, you're getting frankincense, like you're really getting a lot of those powerhouse oils that are going to cover a lot of bases for you. So it's really great to get them in. And this is a really like affordable way to do it when you have the roller, because the roller's around $19 Canadian. So you get the benefit of rose, which we all know is one of the most expensive oils out there, and frankincense. So it's a great one. Did you have any other reasons for Stronger?
It's just a change because we're so used to using On Guard and bringing in this different oil.
Yeah.
And it can be a little more pleasing to the nose. Looking for that change from On Guard. And it's got different oils in it that maybe some people don't always tap into because they hide them back deep in their cupboard
Yeah.
for those times they
Yeah.
desperately need them. This
Yeah.
is a great way to introduce those oils in a mild way and have access to them for the fall.
Yeah, it's a really great one too. If there's any kind of skin issues going on, it's a great one to apply. Of course, again, being mindful of the sun, because Litsi is one of those photosensitive oils, so just be careful with that. Keep it under your clothes or wait until you're done with the sun for the day or for 12 hours, and then you can go back out in the sun and enjoy it while it lasts.
All right, grapefruit.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, you can get your hands on some white grapefruit.
I know. And I told, the last time this came as a promo, I told people this, and there was like a whole bunch of people, like I think there was 5 brand new people to LRP signed up. It's just because they wanted this oil. I asked them about the oil, how did you like it? And they loved it. This is like the closest one to kind of candy, like it's just that sugary taste to it and aroma to it. It's very light, it's very uplifting. You're gonna love it even on its own. You're gonna love it in your water, like I said. Or if you want to do that trick to get that little burst of energy, then add that the little thumb trick that I talked about, like this, and just tip it back and roof of your mouth. Still got that sourness. It's just like biting into a grapefruit, but it really gets you zinging and going.
I think what's cool about grapefruit is it's really good for your lymph drainage. So we have multiple systems in our body, and most of us know about the circulatory system, and you kind of know about lymph nodes, right? But the lymph system is sort of like the drainage system within your body. It gets rid of all the stuff that's just kind of out there floating around, and when you get too much stuff, not so good. The lymph nodes are like the filters, so all the lymph fluid goes through there, and that's why you get swollen lymph nodes when you get sick, because you get all these breakdowns of cells, and that's where it goes through, and you get inflammation there. You get cells that are dying, being busted up in those areas, and so you end up with all this inflammation. But sometimes in the summer we tap into some foods that maybe aren't always the best for us.
Maybe drinks.
Maybe
just
some
saying.
drinks. Yeah. And,
Yes.
and we're not excusing ourselves from
No.
this group.
Nor are we apologizing for
Nor
it.
are we apologizing for it. But
we are going to make some choices,
you
right?
can make some choices
Yeah.
to help get rid of that stuff from the summer.
Yeah.
And that lymph advantage of white grapefruit or grapefruit has that. There are a lot of other things that grapefruit does, but that's sort of my reason for picking this oil for the fall coming season.
Yeah, I thought of it too because I really like it for its clarifying purposes, and so for skin and for hair, again, it's photosensitive, so you're not going to do this go out in the sun, but it's really nice to add to your lotions. Like if you're going to take a shower at nighttime or cleanse your face at nighttime, great to add into your creams. It really just helps to give it that extra kind of cleaning or something. I don't know. It just feels really nice, and it really gets your skin sort of up in its vibration, I guess. It kind of makes it feel like it's just, you feel like a new person almost when you do that. There's lots of sugar scrubs you can use. Putting it in a bath is really nice too at nighttime. It's just wonderful for that reason. And then my ultimate reasoning, which I know a lot of people are into, is helping to support a healthy metabolism. And so grapefruit is one of those that's really great for that purpose. So I add it to my water personally when I like to flavor my water. I use grapefruit as my #1 choice for the reasons like Derek mentioned, but also because it helps to support your healthy metabolism. And it's an oil that a lot of people ask if they're on certain medications, they're supposed to avoid grapefruit, and you can diffuse the heck out of this and not worry a thing about having grapefruit in your home or on
You
your
can also
skin.
eat it.
And you can eat it.
So I think that's because a lot of people miss eating grapefruit when they're on certain medications and they're not allowed to have grapefruit anymore. But in this case, what they're talking about in the grapefruit is the actual pulp of the grapefruit that you want to eat. And this is made from the rind of the grapefruit, and there's no pulp in it. So you don't end up with that problem where you can't eat grapefruit. So you can use this oil as sort of you can get the taste of grapefruit because some people really miss it, and you don't have to worry about with the medication issues that you come up with.
And it's really nice in like a fizzy water. Like that's really, really nice to have with some ice. So white grapefruit or grapefruit if you're not going for the product of the month this month, but it is a really great one you want to get a hold of.
And our last one.
Last one
In
is
case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm throwing a toy for Leo because he's
Yeah.
going a little crazy, as you can hear.
which is
So,
24/7.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any tips for puppy training, leave them below. We'd love to hear them. How you can help a puppy maybe get a little bit of calm.
Yeah, we're going to use a lot more oils
We
on
do
him.
need to use a lot more oils on him. He just stopped and looked at us. The last one has 2 names, exact same formula. So if you purchase this one in Canada, it's called,
Zengest,
and if you purchase it in the US,
Digestin.
all right, so exact same formula, does the exact same thing. And you chose this one, I think you were talking a lot about stomach when we were discussing it earlier.
Yeah, when summertime we do a lot of barbecuing. You have a lot of salads and sort of light greens and really fresh tomatoes and cucumbers. So some really, really good fresh food. And as we move into the fall, we often switch to soups and oatmeal and heartier meals that kind of
Root
stick to your
vegetables.
ribs kind of
Yeah.
stuff, where you feel
Yeah.
full and definitely root vegetables
Comforted.
and stews and slow
Gravies.
cooker and crock pot cooking and Instapot cooking. So you get all these different foods that you haven't been eating for months maybe.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're reintroducing them back in your diet, and that definitely can be a shock to the system because they're different. They're complex in different ways, and Zengest is one of those ones that kind of preps your system for all those changes that are coming.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have any kind of digestive issues going on, it's a great one. If you can take a drop of it under your tongue, it tastes a lot like black licorice. So some people love that, some people don't like it so much, but it is something that's really going to be helpful to you if you get, the fizzies up your throat or in your stomach. If you wake up feeling like not so hot like that, that's a great oil to take directly under your tongue or like in a shot glass of water. I really like to use it on my stomach with fractionated coconut oil. I'll like just rub in, clockwise circles and actually inside your belly button. So if you put a drop in your belly button, give your belly a good massage, it's really nice for that. And then also when we were trying to figure out our 5 oils that we would recommend, this one actually, which not a lot of people know about, is fantastic for sinus pressure relief. And so to help with your sinuses that definitely get congested as all the, the leaves are prepping for fall and all the die off of all your gardens are happening. So it's a lot of mold in the air. It causes a lot of congestion, and so I like to use Zengest on my nose. So I put it like at the side of my nose, my nostrils, and like across on my temples, just little drops. I'm okay. My skin is fine to not dilute it, but I of course would recommend that you do dilute it. See how it works for you. But it's really great to relieve that congestion. And then the other part of this too is a lot of people going back to school. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of stress that way. And so a lot of the times anxiety can manifest as cramping in the stomach especially. So you often hear about little ones actually saying, my stomach hurts, I don't want to go to school. And sometimes they're sick, like they have something going down, but a lot of the time it's anxiety. So if you want to help with that, again, use it topically on your stomach or on your child's stomach. Diluted with fractionated coconut oil is best. But it works in all ways. And some people really like to diffuse this one. Yeah, so it's really great for just helping to release that tension, I guess, that can happen in your stomach and your sinuses.
I think what's cool, and some people ask, well, why blends? Why would I want to use a blend, or why would I only want to use a single oil? And there are reasons for certain times for certain things, and if you don't like a blend, that definitely going to a single oil can be really, really good. But in this case, when you look at the oils they put in this, if you were to buy all those oils individually, it can get very pricey. And this way you get to have all those oils and all the benefit from all those oils in one spot.
Yeah, it's a really good point to make, that it just makes it more affordable that way. And then it also, I think for myself, I need those visual cues. Like I need to see, oh yeah, that's the one for your stomach, or that's, it's called the digestive blend for a reason. And so it just makes it a little bit simpler when you're kind of in that panic of that moment when you're like, oh, I have like awful stomach cramps, or oh, I feel sick or nauseous. Like you want to take care of it. You don't want to have to go hunting for every little thing, put it together and mix it up, right? Like, so this is like a really nice, easy way to get what you need. And on the label, it tells you digestive blend. It's good to go.
Yeah, so I think it's a great call for this one as we move into that fall time, and it's a good one.
Yeah, because sometimes too, when you're talking about headaches or head tension, censored, that a reason for getting a head tension episode, whatever you want to call it, in a very compliant way, is you could be having digestive stuff going down. So sometimes you get head tension for that reason. So again, that's a great one to try on your temples and across your forehead if you are experiencing that kind of awful tension that just doesn't seem to go away. If you've ever been in that moment, frantically panicking, give it a try and see. Maybe it's a digestive issue.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, those are the 5 that we would recommend. You give a shot this September just to see like how that feels in your body and see if you notice any differences as compared to what you would normally choose for some of these ailments. And I think you're gonna like it. There's lots of different ways you can use these oils, and I think we've outlined quite a few. We did it right.
And if you're wondering how do we come up with all this information, I think that's important because it's not a secret. It's in the textbook. And we actually give this away for free with your first LRP order of 100 PV. And we're not just going to leave you on your own to try to decipher the textbook.
Right.
Like it is a little, it's pretty explicit in most cases, but there's some deep science stuff there. And we're always here to work with you and to go over it and help you find those solutions you're looking for. But then you just have that opportunity to kind of sift through it and find the answers in your own time.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And you can just read up on things that maybe you're curious about, right? It goes through the constituents, what those all mean and why they work. So often we have people come to us and say, like, I just don't believe these oils are going to work. Like, it's just another hocus pocus thing. And we go through that there's actually scientific reasons that these oils do work for your body. And so if you want to dive deeper into that, that's definitely where you can find this information. It's all there. There's lots of different studies that are in here if you want to be the one that looks them up and see like where they get this info from. It's pretty neat stuff to look at the different trials that they do and different forms of research. So it's very cool.
And there's no reason to be ashamed or upset that you're skeptical about these things.
I was a
Gwen
skeptic.
was skeptical. I was skeptical.
Yeah.
And I was just saying this to Gwen today. Like, the best thing about being skeptical is the placebo effect doesn't work on people who are skeptical. Because if you don't believe something's going to work, then it doesn't work on you if it doesn't work on you. So that's okay. And sometimes one oil isn't the one for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
But we definitely will find the right one that will work for whatever is happening for you. So
Yeah.
I just think these are great 5 ones to try as you move into that fall season and cover a lot of different bases.
Absolutely. And for everyone who loves to diffuse, there's so many diffuser blends that you can use with any of these oils, and we're always posting them on the page, so you can stay tuned for that. And yeah, like, feel free to experiment with your oils, or if there's a blend that you really like, look at the ingredients on that blend and see, can I even isolate it, right? Like, because cardamom is one out of the Easy Air that when it's on its own, it's totally different than you picture when you think about Easy Air, because it's very light and uplifting, and and this is more warm and spicy and comforting. And so it's really neat to actually take them apart that way and see if that one oil maybe works best for your body, right? So
Yeah.
I like doing that anyways. I like to deconstruct and see. Maybe that's why I like making those blends so much. I like to actually see what goes on with those oils and how they react with different oils, and I'm a little chemist of sorts.
That's okay. We like it. We like the blends you're coming up with, so we like your chemistry that you're doing.
They're tasty.
Yep.
Right? They're really
They're very
nice.
good.
Yep. And so that brings us to when we're talking about learning about oils and constituents and the science and validating how you feel and validating your experiences with these oils. Like, when you tell your friends and family that I had this or that going down and I took this one oil or 2 oils and boom, it was gone, and wow, it was amazing. They look at you like you had 2 heads sometimes, right? And you're like, I wish there was a way I could explain this so people would understand that no, I'm not crazy. This is like medically validated studies here that show these things work. So you'll be really interested then in convention. And this year it's all online. And so I did send that through on the email, but it's a 4-day event where they go through all the nitty-gritty stuff, like all that research that you're dying to hear about. The newest products being released, how they work, why they designed them as they did. And it's really exciting to hear about all the work that they're doing around the world, whether it's in conjunction with the medical community or if it's with their sourcing partners or all the different charity work and humanitarian work that they do around the world. Like, it's really interesting to hear all the new stuff and comings and goings about doTERRA. And so we're super excited, and we know of a few of you who have signed up. It's $30 to get an all-access pass. You can watch a live stream with us. And
We're going to have a little live streaming party.
yeah, so if you
Everyone
did
can-
sign up for live stream and we don't know about it, let us know, because we are making something very fun for those people who are going to be a part of it. And for those of you who maybe aren't tuning into it, we're going to be doing recaps. And Derek had another fun idea he wanted to throw out there.
Yeah, every single day.
He's like, what did I say?
Every single day we're going to have a draw. And so we're going to be doing posts. And there's going to be a post that day that says, enter here for the draw. And there'll be some sort of question or something. And you just put a comment in there. And every single person who comments is going to get in the draw. It's that easy. So just comment on the post. You're going to get in the draw that day. And that starts on Wednesday.
Yep.
And it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you have 4 days. You go through that post and post on there, and you're going to get that chance to win something.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different this year. We're usually in Utah. But we're going to find out with everyone else. So whoever's watching live with us, you'll be finding out about the new products as fast as we will be. So we have no idea. We're excited to learn what they've been up to, what new products are being released, and how they're going to work with some of the products that are already out here right now. There's a lot of buzz about some things.
All kinds of cool things.
My gut feeling says that there's something related to adaptive, but maybe I'm trying to be psychic and I'm not really psychic here, but I feel like there's going to be more things from adaptive. I'm hoping. That's what I really want.
That's really what she's just hoping. I don't think she knows anything.
I don't. If I did,
yeah.
I couldn't even talk. I couldn't talk to you on here because you'd see right through me, and then I'd be in trouble with doTERRA for spilling secrets. But
That's right.
The higher ups get to know. We're not that high up, so we don't know yet.
So it's going to be a busy week for a lot of people.
Yes.
So it's okay if you can't get on and watch it live. That pass gives you access for a month, and some of the sessions aren't even live anyways. Like there's certain learning sessions that are already pre-recorded that get released that day, and you have a month to kind of catch up, and then we're going to be recapping things as well and going over it with you. So you have a couple different opportunities to kind of access that information, and it's definitely worth it.
Did you look through and see like all the different things they're talking about yet, or no?
I didn't look through the list. I kind of like to leave it up to a little bit of surprise.
Yeah. So I'm really, really excited about, two big ones. Well, I love all of it, so I'm excited about the whole thing, but two things I'm waiting anxiously for is one for the emotions discussion that they're going to have, as well as more into healing post-traumatic stress disorder, or I shouldn't say it's not healing that, helping the healing process. So that's one that I'm really, really interested in. They have a really great panel of including psychologists and the scientists, and so they're going to be telling you about these formulations and why they're working, what they found out with their trials, and so that's really exciting to me as we have so many first responders on our page here. And the other big one was about pain and inflammation, and so there's going to be some new stuff coming out, new research, and maybe new products, we don't know, but some new stuff in that department that I think a lot of people are begging for right now. So I can't wait to find out what that is, so then we can help more people with those challenges.
I think when you talk about the science, it really brings up something for me, like just thinking about, so why does the science matter? I take Copaiba, I put it under my tongue, it works.
Yeah.
What else matters other than that? And the reality is, if that's all you want to know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not knowing more. But the problem comes is when someone says, oh, what are you doing to do for your anxious feelings that you've been having? And you tell them you've been using Copaiba, and then they call you crazy. Right?
Or what? Yeah.
Because, and when you have a little bit of science where you know, okay, like actually they tested it and it has CB2 receptor site effects, and it works just like CBD oil, and it actually works faster and it works differently, and it's very pure and potent and has very strong effects. And if you've seen a little bit of the science on it, you know those things. So when someone says you're crazy, you can say no, they're chemicals like all other chemicals in the world, and these ones just come from plants.
Yeah, I think I like that too. Like, it just makes you feel more confident to be able to talk about it, or to be able to feel to feel validated, or to feel supported. Like, I am making this choice for myself. I do feel these effects, and it's not just because I want to feel them. It's actually chemically happening in my body. It's actually producing these results. And if you're smelling the oil, you can get the same benefits. Like, how does that work? If you find yourself asking those questions, like, how is it that I can put an oil in a diffuser and all of a sudden I'm in a better mood? Like, they go through those steps with you, with people who know their stuff, right? And so, anyways, I like to hear it from the horse's mouth, so I like to hear it directly from all the speakers, and they have wonderful, educated people there that do give the reasoning behind why and how, and what to expect when you use doTERRA's oils. So, pretty cool stuff.
Very cool.
There's so many different companies out there launching oils right now that people feel confused, and they feel like, is this all the same? And we know that it is not the same. And so doTERRA uses convention as a way to get that education out there, explaining exactly why these oils are different than any other on the market, and why we can say that with confidence, right? So I'm really pumped to hear from them all.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You're ready. Let's do it now.
Let's start it. Let's
Yeah.
start now.
Exactly.
I have to wait 3 more days.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So if you are logging in and you're joining us, make sure either if you don't want to comment under the video or wherever on our page, just make sure you send us a message because we want to make sure you get your little gift from us before convention starts.
And this is going to go onto YouTube, so anyone who's following us there, just subscribe and then you'll never miss any future videos. We have a video coming up every week for the rest of the month,
Yes.
with special topics every single day.
Yeah, and there was one more giveaway. At the beginning of this month, I posted if you do any LRP order. So before we did things a little bit different. Now it's just any LRP order. If you take a picture of the items that were in that box, post it underneath the prompt that you'll see there. You'll have a ticket into our draw. Get a second ticket if you explain why you decided on those products. Like what does it do for you, right? So I have an example there. It's quick and easy and it's fun and it's kind of fun to see what people get.
I'm interested.
Yeah, totally.
What else is everyone else buying?
Exactly. So we showed you ours. Like, let's see yours.
Okay.
And on that note,
We're out.
we're out. See what the grapefruit did to me?
She's fired up.
All right. I don't know how much more Leo can take, so I think we'll stop it here for tonight. And we have a whole lot more education happening this month. We've switched to Sunday nights to see if we can get more people on live. And we'll change it up next month as well just to see what works best for everyone. But you can always watch on the playback. And so thank you for being here live with us. We saw a couple of you here. And thanks for all of you watching on the playback. It'll be, hopefully you found something good with it. That'll help you through your day.
Night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. I'll talk to you later.